VTIQ stock continues to climb higher and higher. Look at the chart on your screen. The stock closed today at $30.30, and it was around $14 less than 4 days ago. In my last episode, Is It Time to Buy VTIQ Stock? I discussed the things I liked about Nikola and the things I don't like. You can clearly see that stock price volatility and lots of traders are two items on the list that I mentioned I didn't like, and it looks like those are 2 points that are playing out. In this episode 38, I'll be discussing my opinion if it is too late to buy VTIQ stock since the stock price keeps going up as more and more traders and investors begin to learn about Tesla's new competitor trying to make market share in the electric vehicle industry. Welcome to Mr. Zero to Infinity, a channel where I've been documenting the journey of growing a stock portfolio from zero to infinity with 10 plus years of investing experience. There is no limit to how high the portfolio will go. I discuss my personal thoughts, opinions, and commentary on finding the latest trends to build wealth in the stock market. If you like investing in the stock market too, then click that like button and maybe subscribe since there are new episodes every week with portfolio updates. Mr. Zero to Infinity is really excited to see all the new subscriptions come in from last episode. Now the channel is at 800 plus subs and counting. Maybe this sub count will head towards infinity just like my stock portfolio. Thanks for joining the community. Just so you know, I will end this episode with a quick portfolio update and my viewpoints on the market this week. Before I get into VTIQ stock, always remember all of my episodes are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. So let's get straight to it. VTIQ stock, or VectoIQ Acquisition, has been flying up almost like a rocket ship. Up and up and up, and everyone wants to know if it's too late to jump in at the higher stock price levels because the fear of missing out is starting to set in. Since I get some of my best stock ideas from social media, always monitoring what are the next up-and-coming stocks that have trending product lines or services, I noticed Trevor Milton, founder and CEO of Nikola Motor, went on Twitter and recently tweeted Nikola Motor and VTIQ called VectoIQ Acquisition Merger vote is planned for June 2nd. He does mention that the date can change, and it's just the expected date as of now. For any new beginner investors out there, always remember that things change, and if there is a change to the date, you may see a lot of activity in the stock price since there's a ton of traders buying and selling VTIQ based on the hype surrounding a stock that can potentially be the next Tesla. If this date gets pushed later than June 2nd or even canceled, I think the stock price will react negatively. In regards to investing, I know for me, if I just started to learn about the stock market as a beginner and I wanted to make money quickly, I'd have a ton of interest in a stock like Nikola, especially since they have a cool looking Nikola Badger pickup truck design on their website. Look it up on your phone. It's super futuristic. How do you think it compares to the Tesla Cybertruck? Let me know your personal thoughts. Imagine driving on the road, stopping at a red light, and then seeing those trucks pull up on your left and right. Sounds like a movie, but the future will be here before you know it. Unfortunately, since VTIQ is fitting the bill of a so-called hype stock, this may indeed be a stock that eventually bursts into flames for anyone looking to trade it. I think it ran too much if you ask me. Doing a quick search on Google, it looks like Tesla Motors launched its IPO back on June 29, 2010 at the price of $17 per share, which is why a lot of beginners looking to invest in the stock market are thinking that if Nikola is indeed the next Tesla, look where a $17 stock can run. Tesla closed at $790.96 at the time of this recording. Looking back, now that's a nice return. $17 to $790. Now that's why everyone's looking at Nikola. Per Trevor Milton's tweets on your screen, VTIQ will turn to NKLA stock on the merger date. He also tweeted saying whatever the stock market price is, it does not change. So $25 a share becomes $25 a share, a 1-to-1 transaction. More info is obviously on the investor relations page. So do I think Nikola will zoom to Tesla's valuation levels at $750 plus per share, which is equivalent to $100 billion plus market cap? I think if everything goes to plan over the next decade, there may be a possibility after Nikola hits their upcoming goals and milestones towards growing the company, as well as building out the infrastructure for the hydrogen fueling stations. There's definitely a lot of unknowns with this type of stock, and the management team has a long-term vision. And to put things into perspective, NIO stock is another competitor with a stock price around $3.43 at $3.672 billion. If you're new, you already know I'm primarily a long-term investor unless I see a trend that I think there's potential to take advantage of. At this time of the recording, I'm still on the sidelines with VTIQ stock since I'm still doing my due diligence. I will say, if I bought VTIQ stock at, let's say, $10 and now I'm up double or triple my money in only a couple of days or weeks, I would start to take some profit since I just never know when the traders decide to get out, which based on the volume of trading I'm seeing, usually happens in a very fast manner to retrace down. Many subscribers in the comment section on last episode mentioned having a stop limit order to reduce the downside risk in the event the stock price drops rapidly. I think that's a pretty good idea. Since I'm on the sidelines, I will continue to monitor the stock price as we move into June. There may be an opportunity to start building a position, but my overall bull thesis is still missing a couple of pieces for me to pull the trigger on investing in Nikola. I'm perfectly fine if the stock price continues to go up because I know there's a lot of people watching this very video that own VTIQ stock. I'll be rooting you on. As I do in every episode, here's a quick portfolio update. The portfolio is a little over $5,200 at the time I documented the value. If you've been following along, I've been building up my cash position to get ready for my next stock holding. Fiverr International has popped after earnings. Apple is nearing all-time highs. Penn National Gaming has some competition with DraftKings, DKNG. And Starbucks is my smallest position. I'll continue to monitor the stock market headlines on a weekly basis and keep you updated in the next episode if I add more shares to any of my positions. We may be approaching correction territory since the stock market has been soaring since the bottom of the stock market crash. So I'll be researching that as well. Let's end it there. Play the music. As always, this episode is not intended as investment advice. Do your own research prior to making any investments. Read the disclaimer on your screen fully. Remember, all opinions in this episode are mine and mine alone. I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Maybe I didn't earn your subscription with this episode, but there's always next episode. It's free to subscribe, and a couple of my favorite comments from last episode are on your screen. Feel free to click on some of my earlier episodes. My email is in the description below for any questions you may want me to discuss in future episodes. Thanks again for watching. Let's keep building from zero to infinity. Mr. Zero to Infinity told me to tell you, you got this.